Hello Cancers, thank you for joining me for your tarot scope, I guess, for the month of June 2025. As always, please only take the messages that you know are meant for you and leave what isn't yours for someone else to enjoy, okay? Right, so, interesting, because the cards come out straight away and I haven't finished prepping the deck yet. Look, so this is the situation that you're going to be dealing with for the month of June 2025. Look, and this card demonstrates that there is a turnaround, I feel, an increase of your lucks. This is good luck and good fortune. There's a lot of abundance here and prosperity that's coming in for you Cancers, okay? So I feel that this month is going to be more of a gentle month for you guys. I feel that there's certainly going to be a lot of opportunities here for you to take advantage of, okay, with this being the situation that's going on. The card at the bottom of the deck is nature. So this is the strongest overall message, nature. I feel with this one that this is about nature and cycles, okay? So it's your turn, basically, Cancers. This is your turn now for you to chill, for you to enjoy a little bit more of what it is that you fancy, okay? Maybe getting closer to nature, getting into gardening or going for walks in beautiful locations, that sort of thing. Getting closer to nature. Being able to just relax a lot more, take your time, no longer being frantic or feeling like you constantly have to do something, okay? Can you clarify this luck energy for Cancers, please? There's certainly a message of abundance and good fortune that's coming in for you Cancers, and you're not forcing anything either. Okay, the Two of Swords. So this is more laid back, okay? It's not forcing yourself to do anything, not feeling like you have to. Now, there's also a situation here that you're probably choosing not to look at right now, for reasons of your own reasons. You're going to have your reasons. This is more to do with, look, I don't have to deal with that right now, so I'm just going to leave it be, just for the time being. Okay, yeah, Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands. It's something for you to deal with later. Okay, interesting. So, here's the thing, right? Whatever you don't take care of right now, you are going to have to take care of later on, right? It's not going to disappear just because you're not looking at it or you're not doing it right now, but it's something that you are going to have to take a look at later on. Best way to describe this one, fairly certain a lot of our viewers have already had a tattoo. Why is that relevant to this energy? Well, you can get some sort of numbing cream these days for your tattoos, and it kind of makes your skin go a little bit funny when you put it on, but it means that you don't experience that pain while you're having that tattoo being done. But after its effects wear off, that's where you're going to get hit with the pain, right? That's why it's relevant to this particular message, right? Basically, if you're putting anything off right now, then you're still going to have to deal with it later on down the line, okay? That's your Two of Swords and then your Ten of Wands. So do just keep that in mind, okay? But the situation that's playing out, your luck is improving, okay? Might be wise for you to still take care of the other things that you're needing to take care of right now, just so that you're not lumbered with it all at once later on down the line, okay? So, your internal energies, this is your emotions, your instincts, your response to everything else that's going on around you, and it's preparation. So making the necessary preparations right now so you don't have to deal with this, whatever this 10 of Wands energy is, later on down the line, okay? Again, I can't get too specific with these readings because they are general. I can only read the strongest overall energies anyway, okay? But this is you instinctually making the necessary preparations right now. So there's no stress, there's no grief later on. You're not going to end up with a huge workload, okay, say in a couple of weeks' time. Is you really sort of taking your time with everything. And then you've got the Seven of Swords. Interesting, as your internal energies. This one, it can be a little bit deceitful, and it's possible that someone is trying to deceive you, or maybe trying to deceive yourself here in some certain aspects. Again, you're going to know how that particular message resonates. The point being with the Seven of Swords is there is always a better way to do things, okay? There's always a better way to do things. You don't always have to fight all the time. Can we clarify this Seven of Swords, please? What's going on? Devil. Yeah. So there is self-deceit or possibly self-sabotage, because this is your internal energies. So be mindful of any self-sabotage, or be mindful in any areas where you might be deceiving yourself or lying to yourself, okay? Be mindful of negative thoughts that you have specifically about yourself, okay? Because they do say that how we feel about ourselves, that's what we project to the outside world, and that's how we end up treating everyone else, okay? But again, take it as it resonates, because this could be someone else possibly trying to lie to you and deceive you, trying to trick you, okay? Someone trying to keep you in old habits that are harmful to you. There might also be something to do with addictions here also. So again, take it as it resonates. But there is preparation, internal preparation that you're doing in order to deal with this tricky energy here, okay? Right, so what's in your blind spot? What is it that you don't see coming? Bond. Interesting. Bonds strengthening, bonds growing. This can be heart healing also. This can be processing grief. Okay, so are we looking at a situation here, Cancers, where you're ignoring feeling the grief of a situation, right? It could be. So that's where they're saying, okay, well, if you don't acknowledge this grief now, then you will have to deal with it later on. So the choice is yours, but you will have to deal with it either way, okay? Yeah, let's clarify this bond for what Cancers don't see. This could also be a connection or a situation here, Cancers, that is growing from strength to strength. This could be bonds being forged this month with someone special, someone feeling a lot closer to you this month, Cancers. The King of Swords. You could be dealing with an air sign. You don't have to be, okay? I do suspect that there is an air sign that is in your blind spot for some of you. Or this could be about strategy and intellect and really thinking something through. The King of Wands. Oh, interesting. 2 kings in your blind spot. Potentially 2 suitors. An air sign and a fire sign. In your blind spot, having to make that choice, because this card here is associated with the Lover's energy, Okay, it's a bond choice, it's a union. You can see there's two birds here who have got a lot in common. And then you've got these two kings, so it could be Cancers that you might find yourself having to make a decision in love this week or this month, a choice between an air sign and a fire sign. So for those single Cancerians, then yeah, I mean, talk about waiting on a bus, it never arriving, and then all of a sudden you got two that arrive at the same time. We started off your read with luck and good fortune, right? An abundance of something. There's an abundance of interest in you, Cancers, and that's in your blind spot, and it does feel romantic, okay? Whether you're single or not, there's an abundance of romantic interest. Okay, so again, use your best judgment, use your own discernment on how you're going to handle that, okay? But it's certainly showing up in your energies. Might be wise to disconnect for a little bit, disconnect from social media for a little bit, disconnect from messages and emails and all that. Go for a walk. Maybe put your phone on silent, or better still, don't take your phone with you, okay? Just so that you can have time out in nature to clear your head, so that you can think straight, okay? Especially where a choice here is being made for who's going to be a suitable partner for you. That's certainly how this energy is reading. And it's in your blind spot as well, so it's definitely like you're not expecting this at all. You're really not expecting this. And here's the thing, the lies here, the self-betrayal or the self-deceit, it could well be some of our Cancerians could be sitting there going, oh, I'm past my best before date, or I'm this, I'm that, I'm not, I don't know, like attractive or anything. Those would be the lies that you're telling yourself then, because clearly, Cancers, clearly you are attractive. Do you know what I mean? When you've got these two energies here who are trying to forge a bond with you, who are trying to get closer to you, and then you could be like, oh, well, that's ridiculous to say that anyone would be interested in me or anything like that. Right, that's going to be the lies that you're telling yourself. So just make sure that you're not falling into that trap of underselling yourself, or, you know, speaking crap about yourself to yourself, right? Anything like that. Because your art stuff, Bond, King of Swords, King of Wands, you know, you've got luck and good fortune that's on your side here. You trying to decipher, okay, well, is this the correct time for me to be getting involved, right? You might not feel that now is the right time for you to be moving on in love. Maybe something's happened here that you still not processed, that you still haven't grieved, okay? You're being, basically this energy, Cancers, is, it's almost like the universe is encouraging for you to give yourself permission to grieve, process everything, and then start in the next chapter of your life here, okay? There could be guilt here also with the combination of these two that you're attaching to moving on, okay? So if you are dealing with any sort of guilt about moving on in love, then it's time for you to really make peace with that, okay? Right, so what is working against you at this time? Interesting, abundance. So yeah, too much of a good thing, too much abundance. You know, it is like yourself. Again, I'm just going to put like a relatable example to this energy. Bag of sweets, massive bag, family share size, on a ridiculous sale. Buy it up, end up not sharing, eating too much, and everyone knows what happens when you eat too many gummy bears. Well, you end up spending the next couple of hours on the toilet in regret, right? Because you ate them all with reckless abandon. Okay, too much of a good thing. is potentially going to backfire. So on this occasion, Cancers, too much of a good thing, you know. If this is what I suspect it's about, which is more sort of like romantic side of things, it might have been a while since you felt a companionship with another person, and then all of a sudden you got multiple people interested in you, and you're like, oh shit, both of these are actually really good people. Both of these are amazing candidates, basically. Too much of a good thing, right? This abundance has come out in the category of what is working against you at this point in time. So take your time with everything, Cancers, okay? There's no rush. There's no rush for you to make any sort of decisions right now. Enjoy the process, basically, okay? You don't have to rush out and fill your face all in the one day, okay? Just like that crow's doing there with all of them fish. Yeah, the Hermit, see. Take your time. Take your time. Make sure that you're giving yourself time to process everything. The Hermit is all about introspection, okay? It's also about your own space as well, and you feeling comfortable in your own skin, because the Hermit energy is very wise energy indeed. It's someone who knows themselves. It's someone who understands that they don't need anybody else. To have someone else, it would be nice, but they don't need anyone else, okay? So that's the Hermit energy, right? So what is working for you at this time? Nice, commitment. The fact that you're so committed. Yeah, it definitely does look like love to me, Cancers. It really does. Was working for you. You've got commitment and true companionship here that's coming in for you, okay, Cancers? You definitely do. See how these two are exchanging gifts with each other? That's how this energy is playing out, Cancers. So it's the one that you can imagine really growing old with, okay? That's who's going to be the best choice for you here. And you've definitely got that type of person around you. The Ten of Pentacles that's come out off center for what's working for you. An individual who already has a lot of life experience under their belt with the Ten of Pentacles off center. That's also someone who has experienced loss, similar to yourself, because it is squiffy, it is off center, okay? That's someone who has experienced a lot of loss and disappointment in their life. And this is someone who is just like you are, just really trying to build up the best life for yourself, and long term as well, definitely long term. You got the Three of Wands, building bridges here. Now this, it feels like a foreigner, so you might end up in a situation or relationship with an individual who is foreign to you, with someone who is possibly well traveled as well. Now, if you're going away on holiday soon, Cancers, then this might be the place where you meet this individual, okay? Again, keep an open mind, especially if you're traveling overseas over the next couple of weeks, then this is very likely how and where you're going to meet this person. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Cups. Again, a lot of choice, a lot of opportunities, a lot of options on the table here for you, Cancers. Again, too much of a good thing, right? So it's literally telling someone here, you're not short of any, how do I word this? You're not short of interest in you. You're not short of interesting people who are interested in you. Let's put it that way. Right, can we have a healing message for Cancers, please? So if anyone is currently in a relationship at the moment, and they feel that they're being mistreated within that particular relationship, then this message is for you as well, because it's letting you know that you staying in a situation that is hostile, okay, with the Seven of Swords and the Devil, that is unhealthy for you, that's not your only choice, that's not your only option. You do have other and better options and choices that are available to you, okay? Right. So, your healing message. Interesting. This one's come out in the reversed position. It's covenant, sacred contract. Right, so let's take a look. And it feels to me, because it came out in the reverse, Cancers, it feels to me like old soul contracts. You might be holding on to old contracts or old soul contracts that have now come to their natural ending, their natural conclusion. If you recall, nature was your strongest overall message here, and then you had the luck as well. So a natural conclusion to an old contract, okay, again, either actual in your physical reality or spiritual contract. The fact that these contracts have now ended is a good thing, but with it coming out in the reverse, you could be holding on to these old contracts when you're better off releasing them, letting them go, so that new contracts can come in for you, okay? So you can take that as like work contracts or soul contracts and love, okay, whichever resonates for you. So this one says commitment, sacred contract, and the greater good. You're being invited now by the universe to enter into a sacred contract. The covenant card may also be a call to recognize that an ancient agreement that you made with spirit needs to be renewed or cancelled and torn up. Yeah, but it did come out in the reverse, didn't it? It's an opportunity showing up right now that is full of promise, but you're unable to sign and seal the deal. The reason is that it needs to be elevated to a sacred covenant. A covenant must be founded on the truth. That's not your truth or his truth or her truth, but the truth, a greater truth that takes the destiny of all into account. The covenant is not about your agenda only. The spirit must be invited to come to the table as a guarantor of the good faith of all, and to ensure that the direction that you're embarking in will be for the greater good. It's important that you understand what it is you're signing up for. Be sure to read the fine print so as not to commit to something that you will soon regret or that will compromise your own integrity. Do not hesitate to put all of your own cards on the table so that your motives and desires are transparent and nothing is left in darkness. When shadow elements remain hidden, the covenant breaks down and becomes a contract with an unspoken dark side that is inevitably fulfilled. So, yeah, it's just being mindful of what it is that you're signing up for. Be mindful of the promises that you make and who you're making them to, Cancers, okay? And then recognizing that you do have free will to break off any contract that you feel deep down in your soul is now no longer working for you, okay? You have that right to say no at any time. Right. So, if you made it this far into the reading and you're not yet subscribed, why on earth not? I definitely would appreciate it if you could send me some love on the clicky click buttons below. That would be absolutely fantastic. Right, so, yes, Cancers, I'm a kick-ass warrior, exactly, and don't you forget it. You can fucking do the thing. Yeah, of course you can. And I'm a fucking badass. Yeah, listen. You just needed a reminder that you're the one that's in charge. You're the one that's in control, okay? Somewhere along the lines, you might have lost your way a bit. But this month, honestly, it looks like this is the best month for you, Cancers, to start doing away with all of those old contracts and just really sort of wiping your own slate clean, and then taking advantage of this beautiful, abundant, and very lucky energy that is active for you guys this month. Okay. So yeah, it's literally the only limits are the ones that you're putting on yourself at the moment, which that Seven of Swords and the Devil really did demonstrate very, very well. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. If you feel that you're needing a personal reading with me, then my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below, along with the link for our Patreon page, our other YouTube channels, and of course the wonderful Otter Spirit, which is where these beautiful bracelets came from. So yeah, you definitely want to go check out them. There's a discount code in my description box below as well. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.